Life after 80 is not an ending. It is a new chapter filled with lessons, reflections, and opportunities to live with more wisdom and gratitude than ever before. Many people fear growing old, but the truth is, reaching 80 is a victory, a sign of resilience and a moment to embrace the beauty of life in its purest form. The body may move slower, but the mind carries decades of experience, and the heart holds treasures of love, memories, and wisdom that younger generations can only dream of. The shocking truth is that life at this stage can be more fulfilling than ever if it is approached with the right mindset and support from family. Number first, reaching the age of 80 often makes people think about decline, but the deeper truth is that aging represents strength, not weakness. A man who has lived through 8 decades has already proven his resilience, facing challenges, losses, victories, and moments of deep learning. Every wrinkle on his face is a story of endurance, every scar a reminder of battles survived, and every year lived a badge of courage. While society may sometimes look at old age as a limitation, in reality, it is the ultimate proof of perseverance. Strength is not only about lifting weights or running fast. It is about overcoming hardships, adapting to change, and continuing to stand tall even when life has tested you repeatedly. At 80, the physical body may move slower, but true strength goes far beyond muscles and bones. It lives in the wisdom to make better choices, in the patience to see the bigger picture, and in the emotional balance that comes only with years of experience. A younger man may have energy, but an older man has perspective. That perspective allows him to face life with calmness, to guide others with clarity, and to hold on to what truly matters instead of being shaken by temporary setbacks. This is a strength that no youth can imitate, because it comes only from living through seasons of joy and struggle. Families should see their elder not as fragile, but as powerful. He has survived losses that would break many. He has witnessed changes in the world that require adaptability, and he has carried responsibilities that shaped entire generations. This kind of strength is invisible to the eye but deeply felt in his presence. It is the strength of resilience, of character, of unshakable values that remain no matter what happens. At 80, a man embodies the proof that human beings can endure, grow, and thrive through every stage of life. And this quiet power is what makes him not weaker, but stronger than ever before. Number second, joy is often misunderstood as something that belongs only to youth, filled with excitement, discovery, and constant activity. But the truth is that at 80, joy does not disappear. It simply transforms into a deeper and more meaningful experience. When men reach this stage of life, they often discover that happiness comes not from the rush of chasing goals, but from appreciating the small, precious details that surround them each day. A simple conversation with a loved one, the laughter of a grandchild, the warmth of a morning sun, or even the quiet peace of sitting with a cup of tea becomes a source of profound joy. What once seemed ordinary now feels extraordinary, because it is savored with gratitude and presence. At 80, many men realize that life's speed slows down, and this slowing down opens the door to noticing what truly matters. Instead of chasing achievements or possessions, joy shifts toward relationships, memories, and inner peace. This transformation is powerful because it allows older men to see beauty in places they may have overlooked before. There is joy in reflecting on a lifetime of experiences, in recognizing how far they have come, and in knowing they have touched the lives of others in ways that cannot be measured by wealth or status. Families often find it surprising how much happiness their elders can feel in the simplest moments, and this realization should inspire them to share more of these experiences together. Whether it is sharing stories, cooking meals, or simply spending time in silence, joy is amplified when love and connection are present. Even in the face of physical limitations or health challenges, joy thrives when there is appreciation for life itself. This kind of happiness is not fleeting or shallow, it is grounded and enduring. It teaches younger generations that true joy is not about what you own or what you achieve, but about what you notice and cherish. For an older man at 80, joy is no longer something to chase. It is something to embrace in every heartbeat, every smile, and every moment of gratitude that life continues to offer. Number third, health at 80 can seem like the greatest challenge, but it is also one of the most powerful truths that with the right care, habits, and mindset, vitality can still be nurtured. The human body may age, but it does not mean it must surrender completely. Men who reach this stage often realize that simple yet consistent practices can keep them feeling alive and engaged. Movement, even if it is just walking a little each day, stretching in the morning, or enjoying light exercises, keeps the body active and the spirit strong. The key is not competing with youth, but honoring the body's present abilities and working with them instead of against them. Nutrition plays an equally important role. At 80, food becomes more than just fuel. It is medicine. Choosing balanced meals, rich in fresh fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and plenty of hydration, can give the body the strength to keep functioning well. Small changes in diet can mean a great deal in energy levels, immunity, and even mood. Many men find that as they become more mindful about what they eat, they feel lighter, healthier, and more capable of enjoying everyday life. Equally important is the health of the mind. Staying engaged mentally keeps sharpness alive. Reading, learning new skills, solving puzzles, or simply engaging in meaningful conversations provides stimulation that helps the brain stay active. Emotional health also matters, and this is where family and loved ones play a vital role. Encouragement, love, and support bring motivation to maintain routines and push through moments of fatigue or discouragement. While the body may show signs of aging, the shocking truth is that men at 80 can still nurture health and vitality. With consistency, positivity, and care, it is possible not just to live but to thrive in this chapter of life. The body listens to how it is treated, and even small acts of self-care build strength and energy. At this stage, health is no longer about perfection but about balance, harmony, and the willingness to keep moving forward with dignity and purpose. Number 4, wisdom is one of the greatest treasures a man carries by the time he reaches 80, and it is perhaps the most powerful legacy he can leave behind. Decades of experiences, lessons, mistakes, and victories have shaped him into a guide for younger generations. While youth often looks forward with ambition, age looks backward with perspective, and that perspective is invaluable. An older man has witnessed changes in society, shifts in family dynamics, moments of great challenge and times of deep joy, all of which combine to form insights that cannot be taught in books or classrooms. His wisdom is not just knowledge but lived truth, and when shared, it becomes a priceless inheritance for children, grandchildren, and even great-grandchildren. Families who listen to their elders find themselves gaining more than stories. They receive guidance on patience, perseverance, love, and resilience. A simple conversation can reveal strategies for overcoming hardship, ways to maintain dignity during struggle, or the importance of holding on to values no matter how much the world changes. This wisdom becomes a compass for those navigating their own lives, reminding them that challenges can be survived and that strength comes not from avoiding difficulties, but from enduring them. At 80, a man carries wisdom that comes from perspective rather than impulse. He knows that anger passes, that time heals, that material possessions fade, and that what endures is kindness, character, and love. Sharing this wisdom not only strengthens family bonds but also gives him a renewed sense of purpose. Passing knowledge forward transforms his journey into a legacy that lives beyond him. The shocking truth is that wisdom at this age is often underappreciated in a world that celebrates speed and youth. Yet it is precisely this steady, tested knowledge that can guide families towards stronger foundations. When an older man shares his experiences openly, he becomes a mentor, a teacher, and a beacon of light. His wisdom is not just for himself, but a living gift to those around him, ensuring that his journey continues to influence and inspire even long after he is gone. Number 5. One of the most surprising realizations that comes with reaching 80 is how deeply relationships begin to matter. In earlier years, many men are focused on building careers, achieving financial stability, or taking care of responsibilities, and while relationships are always important, they can sometimes be overshadowed by the rush of life. But at 80, the pace slows down, and suddenly family, friendships, and connections with loved ones rise to the center of what brings true happiness. A conversation with a son or daughter, the visit of a grandchild, or even a call from an old friend holds more value than material success ever could. This stage of life reveals that relationships grow richer with time. Bonds that may have been strained in the past often heal, because age brings perspective and forgiveness. An older man often discovers the strength to let go of grudges and to embrace peace, knowing that love is far more important than pride. Families also come to see how precious their time together is, realizing that each shared moment builds memories that last forever. These connections become a source of strength, not only for the elder, but also for younger generations who learn the importance of love, loyalty, and unity. The presence of strong relationships also impacts health and happiness. Studies show that men who feel connected to their families and communities live longer, healthier lives, and the reason is simple. Love gives purpose. A grandchild's laughter can light up an entire day. A heartfelt conversation can ease the heaviest burden, and a simple act of kindness within a family can keep hope alive. At 80, the shocking truth is that what truly matters is not the possessions gathered, but the people held close. Every hug, every smile, and every shared meal becomes a treasure. Relationships at this stage are deeper, more meaningful and more fulfilling because they are lived with gratitude and presence. An older man finds that the greatest wealth he has is not in his bank account, but in the love that surrounds him, reminding him that life's most valuable gift is the bond of family and the warmth of human connection. Number 6, purpose is often thought of as something tied to youth, ambition, and building a future. But one of the most powerful realizations that comes with turning 80 is that purpose never expires. A man who has reached this milestone has already achieved much, yet his story is far from finished. There is still meaning to be found in the everyday choices he makes, the love he gives, and the lessons he shares. Purpose at this stage may no longer be about building businesses or chasing careers, but it is about guiding, teaching, inspiring, and leaving behind values that will continue to live long after he is gone. At 80, a man has the opportunity to redefine what purpose means. It can be as simple as mentoring a grandchild, volunteering in the community, sharing his life stories, or even pursuing passions he never had time for before. The truth is that purpose is not about size, it is about significance. And the smallest acts of kindness or wisdom can ripple outward in ways that impact generations. Even the ability to listen, encourage, or show love gives meaning to both his life and the lives of others. Many men discover that this stage offers a new freedom. With fewer distractions and responsibilities, they can focus on what truly matters to them. For some, it may be spirituality. For others, creativity, and for many, it is simply being a source of strength and guidance for their families. The recognition that one's presence still carries weight and influence is deeply empowering. Families who recognize and honor this role help their elders feel valued and respected, fueling an even greater sense of purpose. The shocking truth is that purpose is timeless. It does not fade with age, but evolves into something more profound. At 80, it is no longer about personal achievement, but about legacy, impact, and love. A man with purpose at this stage lives each day with dignity and fulfillment, knowing that his existence continues to matter and that his presence shapes the world around him in ways that only he can. Number 7. Happiness is often seen as something that belongs to the earlier stages of life, filled with dreams, adventures, and accomplishments. But the truth is that at 80, happiness is still very much within reach. It may no longer come from chasing ambitions or striving for recognition, but it reveals itself in the quiet beauty of everyday life. A man at this stage often discovers that happiness is not about what has been lost, but about what remains and how deeply it can be cherished. The joy of waking up to a new day, the comfort of familiar surroundings, the laughter of loved ones, and the peace of reflection all become powerful sources of contentment. This stage of life teaches that happiness is not dependent on wealth, youth, or physical strength. Instead, it comes from gratitude, from recognizing the blessings that are still present. The ability to sit with a grandchild and share stories, to enjoy a meal with family, or to witness the simple beauty of nature outside the window becomes more than enough to fill the heart. For many men, the shift is surprising because they realize that what truly brings happiness is not what they once chased, but what they already have. Families play an important role in nurturing this happiness by reminding their elders of their value, involving them in conversations, and appreciating their presence. When an older man feels seen, heard, and loved, his happiness multiplies, and that joy radiates back into the lives of everyone around him. Even in moments of challenge or limitation, a positive mindset transforms what could feel like decline into a season of peace, fulfillment, and spiritual growth. The shocking truth is that happiness after 80 is often more genuine than at any other time in life because it is freed from illusions and distractions. It is not about proving anything to the world, but about embracing love, connection, and presence. Happiness at this stage becomes a choice to focus on gratitude, to celebrate what remains, and to live each day with a heart full of appreciation for the gift of life itself. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.